and Mr. Victor Orozco Olvera. Thank you. I would first like to invite Ms. Vinta Nanda to give a welcome address. She is the founder and managing director of Asian Center of Entertainment Education and also the director of ACEE's flagship program, The Third Eye. She enjoys writing on contemporary issues, mainly about where media and entertainment intersect with social issues. Vinta has over 16 long-running serials as producer to her credit, many of which she has also written and directed, including the Trailbreak.
Thank you for that introduction, Purnima, and thank you for the esteemed guests for being here today. We established the Asian Center for today in our 5th year of operation. Besides working closely with the Government of India, Hollywood Health and Society, and Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, we also partner with the Sustainable Development, Water and Sanitation, and Gender. We have made several interventions in popular entertainment, evolving paradigms and cultures. It is an honor for us today to host the press conference where the world so much.
I would now like to invite Ms. Kate Folb to say a few words. His groundbreaking cinema has resonated with audiences across the world and has also set the cash registers ringing. Apart from the brilliant Padman, he has also made Chini Kam, Pa and Ki Aur Ka. I would like to invite him to talk to us about his journey on this amazing movie.
Thank you. Thank you all for coming. And thanks to the World Bank and the Gates Foundation and all the partners here. There are many, many of them. And I don't dare repeat all the names. I really think we should simplify this. Let's talk about it. I think it's right from the time Twinkle had this thought of making a film on Muruganandam's life. It's Muruganandam, by the way. You'll never get it, so say call him Muruga. Muruga's life. It's a kind of a. The reason I took it up was, of course, his life is fascinating, but I really wanted to write a film on, be the first film that talks of a story involving the pad at the center. You'll never get a chance like that. You'll never get an opportunity like that. That's why we went on this journey. And the same reason I think why Akshay went on this journey, because this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity which can create change. I completely believe in this way of entertainment education. I really believe that's the most powerful form of education, because entertainment is what we all want in life. And if you want to get educated, it's through entertainment. In fact, a lot of things we all learn in life is through entertainment, not necessarily in schools and in education. So therefore, I think it's a very, very powerful tool. And I think more people who use it to kind of communicate thoughts, the more powerful the whole field of entertainment is going to get. And I've been from advertising, and I know how ineffective a lot of advertising campaigns are, and pretend to be effective doing these things. But nothing like a film. And I think nothing like a film with a big star, and nothing like being in a country that's the first one to kind of address this issue globally. We all know, we've all called India a lot of names. We've called ourselves regressive, we've called ourselves not forward, we've called ourselves, hey, these guys are stopping, we can't do this, we can't do that, we can't do this in India. But funnily enough, we turned out to be the first country in the world that actually did this. And that is a really proud moment for us as a nation to address this topic worldwide in actually a very simple way. To me, actually the biggest learning, I mean the biggest responses and the best responses are today, Muruga sent me a video from a children's show. In fact, the first show that we had on a topic like this was for children from 8th standard, 9th standard. We didn't show it to adults, we showed it to children first, the film. And they absolutely loved it. Today Muruga sent me a video. It's a show in Chennai. It's Tamil-speaking audience, Tamil-speaking girls who are reading just the subtitles of the film, and they haven't kind of understood the languages yet. They went into the theater and they found pads under their chairs, first thing. So all of them are giggling and, not talking and a little shy and everything else. and they came out after the film jumping and dancing with the pads. Actually, I've got the video. It's beautiful, actually, to really say how happy we are that everybody in the world knows about us. Why should we hide this anymore? Yes, we all hesitated. And they kept saying, you know, people will hesitate to kind of go into this movie in the beginning, and they'll come out actually screaming to say, come on, go for the film. And these are kids. These are kids, a bunch of school children, about 400 of them, who went to see a film today. And that to me is a fantastic response. And somebody, another person from the ministry in a place that we shot today came and met me, and he said that, you know, the most controversial subject that has happened in a long time, which is menstruation, has actually had no controversy as a film. You know, he was actually shocked. He said, can you imagine the kind of controversy this could have had? Can you imagine the number of things that so many religious people from somewhere else could have said, but they didn't? They actually supported it. It's actually very, very strange when you think of cinema in a land that's seen so many controversies. Just about 2 weeks back, you saw a film which was for 2 years in controversy. But possibly the most controversial subject, not a person has said a word. And that is a remarkable thing about this country. I don't know how this country operates, but whatever it's doing is doing something right. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for that. I now invite on stage, to the mic, Ms. Twinkle Khanna, a reluctant star and a luminous writer. Ms. Twinkle Khanna, aka Mrs. Ms. Twinkle Khanna, a reluctant star and a luminous writer, aka Miss Twinkle Khanna, aka Mrs. Funny Bones, has, in her uniquely characteristic style, broken all records with her maiden production. You could not have picked a more taboo topic, and I think everybody has said that over and over again, to start your journey as a producer. And thank God for creative energies like yours who also have their hearts in the right place. We cannot thank you enough for opening the floodgates on this very difficult subject, and we would love for you to share your journey with us.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to thank the Gates Foundation, UNICEF, and Kate, Vinta, Victor. Nobody can say that big name. For taking this movie to all the pockets in the rural areas where there are no cinemas, but there are people that really, really need to see it. PADMAN, I'm hoping, more than a movie, is part of a movement where women are no longer held back or embarrassed by their biology, where commercials, like a lot that Balki made, stop showing blue liquid on sanitary pads instead of red, where 80% of our women who are using rags are able to use hygienic products during their days of menstruation. And where we can't promise all our schoolgirls iPads, unfortunately, but we can definitely get them all the sanitary pads they need. When we began PADMAN, we were very clear that this is a movie that would initiate a conversation about menstruation and menstrual health upon the collective consciousness of this country. And I'm really, really glad to see that happening. I think there were two things that worked. One was the way that Balki addressed this. Because when the trailers were out, I got a lot of my friends saying, you know, my 11-year-old son wants to see the movie. And I had to tell him that, no, it's not a superhero movie. And he said, I know what it's about, but I want to see it. Another woman came and told me her 8-year-old son wanted to see it, and the husband snapped back saying that this is not a movie for you, and she fought with him. And I'm sure this will go into a controversy, but she said, I don't care if we see Padmavat or not, but we will see PADMAN. So I think with all of this happening in this country, it's something that has been very exciting for us to be part of. There is only one man that I'd like to thank, Muruganantham, and his unwavering belief in this cause. And I'm truly, truly grateful that he let us be part of his journey. Thank you very, very much.
I was so engrossed hearing everything that I forgot my role. So we now throw open the floor to questions from our media colleagues. So anybody with a question for any of the five guests on the stage?
Hi, Twinkle. Hi, Balki sir. अच्छा. हाँ मैम, आप बता दें कि जब आपने फिल्म की शुरुआत की थी तो सोचा था कभी कि हाफ सेंचुरी भी फिल्म मारेगी और जिस सब्जेक्ट के बारे में लोग बात नहीं करना चाहते उसके बारे में खुल के बात करेंगे, तो जिस तरीके की प्रशंसा आपको हर तरफ से मिल रही है, ऐसा अनुमान कभी लगाया था आपने?
No, we were worried because it was a risk. We did not know whether people would take to this, and at this point of time, with both the commercial success and the critical success has been overwhelming. And who would have thought, maybe even 5 years ago, that we would, between Balki and Akshay, make people see a movie about a sanitary pad of all things. But they did it, and we did it, and we're really, really happy right now.
And Balki sir, आपको किस तरीके के कॉम्प्लीमेंट मिले हैं? क्योंकि मैम ने भी जस्ट जिक्र किया अपने दोस्तों का, कोई पर्टिकुलर बात जो आपको याद आती हो?
Somebody asked me, they're trying to call me, and I said, Wagi. I said, yeah. How did you make this movie? I said, yeah, with the camera, with this thing, it's like how you make every other movie. Actually, when, yes, on red, or looking back, it looks like a risky kind of a thing. I don't think we ever thought of it like that. We never started with it. We just did it because it was such an interesting story and a very important thing to be addressed. And you had the opportunity to do it with a fantastic actor and a great star. I don't think you can have a combination like that coming together. What a superb story of a man. What an important cause that's never been addressed in the world. And what a big star. So what more do you need to make a film?
Hello, Mr. Balki and Twinkle. What kind of response did you get from the industry colleagues? Of course, the film is doing in terms of collections, yes. But personally, is there something that you would like to share among the industry colleagues?
Industry never says anything bad. They always tell you exactly what you want to hear. So it's polite and very nice and lovely. No, actually, some of them are genuinely moved. The one thing I remember in all the industry screenings is, there's one screening, I found a girl, she was married, she was crying in the corner after the film, and I went and asked her, what happened? What's happened? She said, so you know what, you don't know, I came from a very progressive family. My father, I was the only daughter. I got married. My husband's an industrialist. We're very rich. We live in Bombay. We live in a multi-crore house. I still am not allowed to go into the kitchen or touch the curtains during my periods. And my husband fights with my mother-in-law every month. And my mother-in-law has only shuts him up in one sentence. You never stopped us. Why are you stopping her? So it's an answer that he does not have. And they have a fight. And I stopped doing anything about it because I didn't want them to fight. But I know how to end the fight. I'm just going to bring them to this film. That was enough of a compliment, not compliment, that was enough of a justification for, doing what we did. And besides, a lot of people didn't think of it so deeply and said, what an enjoyable film. To me, all entertainment education starts with just saying, a lovely, enjoyable film. And then all the messaging.
You mentioned that the topic is taboo in the US. Why is it so? I was quite surprised when you said that sometime back.
I'll tell you, can I tell my story about the tampon commercial?
Please.
So I'll tell you a story. There was a commercial made in the US for tampon. And the commercial was two lovers in a rowboat, and they're rowing and they're looking at each other, very romantic, and beautiful music is playing. And all of a sudden the boat springs a leak. And so they're frantically looking for something to plug up the leak. And she digs in her purse and pulls out a tampon and puts it in the hole. And they plug the boat up, and then, the ad for whatever brand it was. They took it off the air. They aired it. It aired, And then they must have gotten so much complaints from the other advertisers or the network or viewers, I don't know, but they pulled it off the air. They said it was too offensive. So, and I'm a person who's worked in the television industry and the entertainment industry for more years than I want to admit, and I have never seen a movie or anything that deals with this. Occasionally there'll be an episode on a TV show, you know, one episode that sort of touches on it where the mother gives the daughter the talk or something, but it's very, very benign. And so I just think it's absolutely remarkable that this film is out, and I can't wait to go back to the US and say, look what they're doing over there in India, you know.
Release been banned in Pakistan alone. No. Malaysia, it's on. Everywhere it's on. I think that they have their own reasons, and I think they're wrong reasons. You cannot. You're actually doing something very unfair to women, or unfair to humanity if you do this kind of a thing. Because it's not just because of the movie; it's because of the story of this man's life and what issue it's addressing. I don't think you should. Yes, No, the Middle East has welcomed this film. I think the film's biggest success is in the Middle East, actually, strangely. And it's the first film to be screened in Iraq. In countries where Hindi cinema has not gone its kind of screen, in countries you think are so conservative, this film is really doing well. So I don't think it's just one or two odd places, actually one odd place. And it's also, I'm sure that there will be a lot of public pressure there too, to kind of want to see the film. Because this is not a film, it's not an Indian film, it's not those kind of political kind of stuff. It's a simple film for humanity, that's what it is.
I think women menstruate no matter where you put a boundary or a border. We menstruate this side, we menstruate that side, and it's important for them to see it as well. And I wish that they would change their mind and show the movie.
Hi, Twinkle. Hi, Twinkle. Now that you're an acclaimed author and a producer, if you get a chance to write for a film which happens to be a biography on your father, Rajesh Khanna, or somewhere down the line on your husband, Akshay Kumar, would you like to take that up?
No. No.
Please, can I know why?
No, I'm interested in stories which have layers to it, which have a larger ramification than just somebody's. I mean, it's great for somebody to write a story which is about one person's life, but for me, there have to be layers. Their story has to have a message, and that's what I believe in.
Thank you so much, Twinkle, for that answer. Can we have one last question now, please?
Hi.
मतलब हम सांस नहीं ले, स्ट्रेट एक से जंप करते जाएं.
आप मुद्दे उठाती हैं, बहुत खूबसूरत उठाती हैं, जो हाँ ऐसा नेक्स्ट मुद्दा आप कौन सा उठाना चाहेंगे?
सांस नहीं, पिक्चर का नहीं पता मुझे, but next I would like to work, for reproductive rights, and that would be my next.
Okay, one last question from our ACEE partner, Mr. Veliath.
Actually, I don't have a question. Excuse me. Actually, I don't have a question. I have two answers. Yeah, I have two answers. One is for Twinkle and the other is for everybody else. The answer is this. Twinkle, you have done an amazing contribution to Akshay's life, because Akshay is a UNICEF child. And by this film, Akshay has done what UNICEF has not been able to do for 40 years. And I come from UNICEF's communication stream, that's why I can say this so boldly. The other answer is to everyone else who struggle to pronounce Murugan. Actually, Murugan means Kartikeya. Okay. Kartikeya. So a highly respected, most popular god in South India. I think we can say that word with a lot more respect and a lot more...
Absolutely, I agree.
So, thank you.
Thank you so much to all our media friends who came here, and of course, all our guests on the stage. I hope we are able to continue this PADMAN journey and